Hey, Chef Coop here. Happy Sunday to everybody, and another road trip, y'all. I'm in the wind. Another one in my series. I'm getting ready to go to Dundalk, Maryland. I'm getting ready to visit an upcoming hobbyist. Got a bunch of fish and a bunch of big tanks. His name is Joe Burke. Funny story how I met this dude, man. I was gonna get some umbies from this dude named Brian, another well-known hobbyist on YouTube. Got a lot of big tanks, a lot of big fish. But I had something come up in my family. And you snooze, you lose, as they say. So I met Joe through that. Actually, no, I'm lying. I met Joe because I sold him one of my dough rides. That's how I met Joe. And ever since then, me and him, been connected. Talking, chatting, talking about trading some fish, buying some fish. So, this should be like 4 or 5 for the In the Wind series of me. And I'm on my way down, like I said, Dundalk, Maryland to visit Joe. So, I'll chime back in when I get there. Ride up to Joe.
In a quarter mile, your destination will be on the left.
Joe Burke house. Okay. And we are slowly approaching his house there. And like I say, we shall slowly approaching Joe Burke house. I guess he would be in another block. Okay.
Destination is on the left.
Okay. Okay, I see his house there. There's a man. We have days like that. I'm gonna pause this.
Freaking stress, man.
Coffee downstairs?
You right here. You want a cup?
Yes, sir. Come on. I left my cup in the cup.
I got
You got one? All right. Man, I drink coffee all night, every night.
Man, it's coffee.
If I go to sleep.
For real, man. I don't sleep much.
I don't.
He came to life again last night.
Oh my
He was
goodness.
probably just so out of it, dead, and he showed me a video of the fish dead in his hands.
Yeah.
You know, gone.
You know what? I gotta start this. 69 at Joe Burke house, going down into his cave. And what do you see as the top of the steps? Let me see if the camera going to focus for me.
Red Devil's got to be the entrance to the fifth room.
Yes. What size is that?
That's 125.
Got a 125 at the bottom of the steps.
125 high. It's 5 by 18.
5 by 18?
By 28.
5 by 18 by 28. That's a nice tank. And we're going to see if we can focus here, man.
That tank is really light, too.
There we
that tank
go.
is almost brand new.
Is it?
Yeah.
And this man, he done did this in a couple months.
Yep. Couple months.
And like I said, I met him he purchased one of my Dovers from me. He got a pair of Bud Midas in there. And he said, did they spawn, Joe?
Yeah.
That spawned
she's
last
sitting on
night.
right here in the pot.
Lovely. And they got eggs in the pot. Let me just give you an overall of this man fish room. And y'all think I got monster tanks. No. He got 8 discus in that tank right there. Beautiful. And between him and my man Mike from Mike Aquariums, I'm going to have me some discus. Man, he done laid this whole basement out. Like
They got I got a pair in there. Got sitting on wigglers right now.
Yeah, I seen your video.
Yeah.
Yeah, now this is nice. All right. What other discus in? That's a 55, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we going to do a little tour real quick.
They need an upgrade.
Got 8 discus in here. Got a pair in there sitting on wigglers, he said.
The 2 bigger yellow ones.
Mm-hmm. Them two?
This one and this one are a lesbian pair.
Okay.
They spawn all the time, but nothing ever comes
I
of
guess
it.
those the 2 right there sitting on wigglers. And they what they spawned
the
on
wigglers are on the back end of
the
wood.
Yeah. Okay.
They were out here up front, but they moved them.
What kind are these, Joe?
Those are blue
pretty
turquoise.
Blue turquoise.
Those were the first discus I ever bought.
And these?
Yeah.
What are the orange ones?
The yellow ones are yellow checkerboards. This is stinker checkerboard.
Stinker checkerboard?
Yeah, this is
that's a pretty one.
stinker red turquoise.
Okay.
These are the brown ones are Allen Kerr.
This is another brown one here,
Yeah,
right?
they're tank bred, but they're made to resemble wild caught.
Okay, because they look beautiful.
Yeah. And they're cool. This is Big Bad Leroy Brown.
Big Bad Leroy
and,
Brown.
That's James Brown.
James Brown right there.
Yeah. The yellow ones are the Three Stooges.
Okay. Curly, Larry, and Moe.
Yep. And this is Big Blue and Little Blue.
Big and
Little Blue is Little Bully Blue, I usually call him, because he don't like nobody. He's always fighting. He's all scarred up. He's got a cool scar on his dorsal fin.
I see that.
His other pectoral fin's been messed up his entire life since I got him. It never grew back right from the store.
He looked like a bad boy.
Yeah, but he fights constantly. I got to clean his tank.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, how often you do water changes on this, Joe?
Usually like every 3 days, man. It gets so dirty quick because of what I feed them.
Now, I done read a lot and heard a lot. And the way people keep discus with all old water and all that. Bloodworms, beef heart.
Beef heart, and this is from Discus Hans. He makes it.
Right, his own mix.
Raw beef, lean beef, codfish, raw shrimp, paprika, vitamins,
the whole 9.
Food. It's got everything in it.
Yeah.
Everything they need, but it's so messy.
Yeah, it messes your tank up.
Yeah, I mean, this is from 3 days. You know, I mean, the
That
water's clear.
Yeah, but the bottom
is just completely trashed. Shit settles.
You know what? I gotta get me one of these
heat
controller, right?
Yeah, I have one on their tank because they're so sensitive to temperature.
Now,
you know, if it goes up a couple degrees or down a couple degrees, they won't eat for days.
Really?
Yeah, they are. So they're little princesses.
So their temperature gotta be constant.
Their water parameters have to be perfect all the time. And no, like Trimax. When you read about Trimax, when it comes to water parameters, they say it don't matter.
Right. These, hard water,
it matters, and that's why people a lot use RO water.
Right.
And they mix it with tap water to build up a certain pH.
Bring it up.
Yeah, but I use straight tap.
You just use straight tap water.
Yeah, but what I do is
you use buffers
instead of I don't use none of that. Instead of hosing it right into the tank, I use buckets with this tank.
Okay.
And I let it gas off for about a half an hour to get rid of the micro bubbles.
Right.
Because micro bubbles really irritate
them.
these guys.
Right.
They'll flash all over everything.
Especially when they get in their gills and everything. I've seen that.
This scar on his dorsal fin is from micro bubbles.
Really?
He went crazy flashing on shit. And that was the result. He got in between a heater and the clip and cut himself.
And y'all heard that from the man himself. Yeah. Straight tap water. He just let it gas off with buckets instead of RO.
And the rest of my tanks, they can fill up with micro bubbles. I don't care. They don't bother them. You know.
When I'm doing making a video, somebody call. I love this 125, man.
Oh man, that's one of my favorites.
Yo, my buddy got one for 200. It's a 5 by something by 5 by 2 by 10.
It's probably the same one.
Yeah.
It's a 125 high. It's I love the dimensions of it. It fits perfect in this spot.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about getting it from it.
Because I was like, man, a 6-foot tank ain't gonna fit here.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna have to move things.
Yeah, you would.
But I found this tank and I was like, man, that's
you ever think of doubling? You could have doubled up. Put the 6 on the bottom. I mean, if you would have.
Because of the height here, I don't really. I may put 2 like 10-gallon grow out tanks down there just for some fry or something.
That'd be nice.
Because of the height over here with the. See, this is what I had to do here. I had to pull this stand out some because when the 125 goes here, it's going to be.
It's going to be touching
right here.
Yeah, it's going to be touching it.
I'm even going to have to push this side up.
Really?
A little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, but it is possible. I did it over here.
Okay.
For this rack.
And you built these racks yourself, right?
Discus Hans built these racks.
All with 2x4s.
Yep.
Yeah.
These racks were already put together for 12 years before I got them.
Wow. And you just bought them and did put your little.
I had to cut them down. These racks used to have they still got cobalt discus wrote on there.
Okay.
I had the tanks, the 65-gallon tanks came from Discus Hans.
My buddy he likes Discus Hans. He messed with his name.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah, I know. That's how I learned about Discus Hans from.
He's mad at me right now, but
Mike Aquariums.
Yeah.
Yeah, he be on. Yeah, that's one of my good buddies there, and he got a couple discus now, but he messes with Hans.
Yeah.
And those are not the only discus you got, right?
No, I have 2 more over here from Hans.
Okay.
Their tank's cloudy because they've been really showing some spawning behavior.
You really got it nice down here, man. And
who are these from? In the pot right here on this side, you can barely see him.
I can see him. No, I can see him.
But she will not let him near them eggs.
Yeah.
She's been beating on him big time, man.
Did he fertilize?
I don't know if you saw. Yeah, right before I left last night, they were both making passes over the same spot.
Okay, cool. So you did it.
And I didn't notice it because I was worried about this.
Remember, I know because I was on the phone with you. Yeah. You was like, hold up, let me check.
Yep, and right when I was right then, I finally saw him. But now that the deed is done, she ain't letting him in there, bro. She said, no way. Yeah. No way.
And who are these from?
Those are from Chris Rounds.
Chris Rounds, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Chris Rounds.
So basically, most of these tanks are from Chris Rounds.
Yeah. He's got really nice fish, man.
I know he do. I've been talking to him. Me and Chris talked all night one night. We text each other all night.
Yeah, man.
And then I got tired of texting and we called each other.
Brian's fish tanks, when he has fish for sale, jump on that shit too, man.
Oh, these some wild caught F1. I know. These are F1 Jaguars.
F2s. Yeah, his
I
pair
got F2s too.
Are F1s, and these are the results. Yeah. These fish I've only had for a month. Yeah, and when I got them, they were this size.
Yeah.
And they have
when you got them. Yeah.
I mean, you see they're little fat boys. Yeah. Man. I feed all my fish well.
That's how my Trimax are, man. They came up like that.
This guy, I'll feed him now.
I get all my fish mostly from Anger Management Cichlids. He got all wild caught fish.
Where you at?
He right there under the log in the middle. Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to be mean today?
Yeah, I seen you. Yeah, look at them. These is Dovi, and that's a pair, right?
Yeah, he want to eat.
And these boys ain't no more than 6 inches long. Look at them.
I'm still feeding them.
That almost looked like the female I had.
What's that?
This female in here.
Nah, that's not it.
No, I said looked like the one I had.
Oh, yeah, that was a really pretty female, man. I really wanted to keep that one.
You know, I got another pair that just paired up in my 150.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I did a huge water change on it just before I came here.
Uh-huh.
the day before I came here, and then the female turned color, and both of them was in and out the pots and shit. So I don't know what happened. And this is how he do his food. He let it soak in.
Just a cup. They just know the cup.
Yeah. And what you feed them?
Extreme big fella pellets.
Yeah.
I just crush them up a little bit for them.
Right.
They like it a lot better crushed. I mean, they'll eat it if it's whole, but not like they will if it's crushed.
And what are they in? It's a 150, right?
That's a 220.
220.
Yeah.
That's a 5 feet.
6 feet.
6
by 2 by 30 inches tall.
6 by 2 by 30. These little two pinheads.
150 is behind you. This Trimac, he's a real
And they love this food.
aggressive eater too.
They love this food. They get ready to feed the Trimac. And where this one come from?
Chris Rams.
Chris Rams.
He's a real aggressive eater.
This the male, right?
Yes.
And then you got another bigger male,
I got
right?
another bigger male over there.
And he
tank's
a
real
killer.
cloudy.
And he a killer, right?
Yeah. I gotta do a water change on that tank.
Oh wow, he nice. Yeah, he real big. Come on up here and say hi to Chef Cool.
He's mad because I've moved him around a couple times.
Yeah, he look
already
mad
since
too.
I've got him. He's been in this tank, and then back to this tank.
Right. I'm sorry about the glare, y'all. The female, another female in here.
Yeah,
What's in here? There she go. I see her.
And she likes to hide or fight through the glass with this male over here. And there's a female barred labiatus in this tank. In the pipe,
in the pipe, yeah. And
those are the second batch of Jags that I got.
okay, and who are these? Chris Rounds too?
Yeah, what happened is UPS. The first ones came UPS, and the heat packs failed.
Okay.
And it was like 10 degrees outside, and 6 out of the 8 died.
Okay.
And these two over here in the 65 are survivors, right? So he sent me the whole order again, but I think they may have either came out of the, or actually, I think they're out of the same batch. But I asked him. I said, look, I think I have 2 males. Pick me some of the smaller ones so I get some females.
Right.
You know. So that's what happened there.
Okay.
And these down here are the big lip red devils from Chris Rounds.
Yeah.
And they have doubled in size in a week.
Nice. All your tanks nice and clean, brother. Nice.
Except for that one.
Well, that's kind of dark, that's all.
Yeah, it's just because of the wave maker in there.
Yeah.
All the mess from his side comes over to this side.
Right. It's pushed back this way by the current. Yeah.
So his side is nice.
How
and
many
clean
of these you
and
got
her
in there?
side.
Them big lips.
Oh man, I can't count them. I think there's like in between 16 to 20.
Okay.
They're always all over the place.
Got a good price for them, right?
Yeah, man. I paid $100 for them.
That boy is nice.
She's coloring up like.
That's the female?
The female is in the back, the one that's real colorful right now. And that's the male.
Okay.
But
when the last time they spawned for you?
It's been a while.
It's been a while?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Of course, he got his little comfort zone over there. Now, let's get to the main attraction.
The new Umbies.
The new addition to...
They're a little tore up, but they had a rough ride.
And these are the Umbies I was talking about. These are the Umbies I was going to get before I had death in my family and me and Brian stopped conversating. I was going to buy these.
But that's all right because you'll get some fry from them.
Right. But they couldn't have went to a better person. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
and this is a big tank. What is this?
That's a 150.
This a 150?
Yeah.
Why it look so much bigger than mine? Because it's...
I don't know.
This looks so much bigger than mine. Yeah, probably so. It's way lower than mine. Mine higher.
Yeah, yours is up. But
it's a standard 150.
What's that?
It's a standard 150. What's the dimension? 6 by what?
6 by 18 by 28 and a half high.
Yeah. Wow. This looks so much... Maybe because it's cleaner than mine. It just looks huge, man.
I ain't got really... I need
look how big this tank look, y'all. This tank look way bigger than... I got 2 150s in my basement, and it look bigger than both of them. Maybe it's higher.
Yeah, I think it's the
because one is a 7. One of my 150s is a 7 by 18 by
I want
something.
one of them 7-foot tanks. I'm looking at buying a 7-foot, 180-gallon oceanic tank. It's 2 feet high.
My community 150 is a 7-foot.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking.
That's what it is. That's why this one. Yeah.
Until I get the this couch is going, and then there's going to be a double stack, 2 8-foot tanks right here, starting right here. And then the desk is going. I'm going to set a little desk up back there. Right. And that's it. But, all this is going. And I'm actually...
You got to leave your space to sit down unless it's going to be like
There's going to be a chair.
That's what I get ready to say, like me. I only got a chair in the middle.
Spin around and look at my shit, and that's all I need.
I even got a table in the middle of my 150 with 20-gallon tanks on it, you know? Yep. Under my 125, I got a rack of fry tanks. Yep. You know?
That's probably what I'm going to do, 2 10-gallons under there.
But what I want to do, all that's going, because that's a metal rough stand I got the 125 on. I'm going to build me a stand like this and double up. Either I'm going to put a 150 on top or the bottom and put that 125 on top. You know?
Yeah, that's how I pretty much... I'm going to put a cross brace along the back. Yeah. But that's all else I'm going to do with this stand, you know? I mean, that's 125 gallons right there in an 8-foot span. Honestly, this center support... Don't do shit. Right. I can take the shim out and it won't even fall.
It won't even, right.
And that's an 8-foot span. Yeah. So a 150 on a 2x4, which is this tank is sitting on these blocks. Right. That's taking the weight off. It don't have nothing to do with this. Right. This is actually kind of wobbly. Yeah. Because it ain't got no weight on it.
When you put the weight on it, it's going to stabilize.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, it's people really, really, really over-engineer.
And what's their names? What's these 2 names? You give them names yet?
Man, I ain't...
He is massive.
He's about thought of a name for him yet.
Well, he's about what? No, he ain't do nothing, but they will.
Yep. And the lights I got don't do him any justice
they help you.
But, they help that was $15 so I could see my fish this week until I get a real light. Okay. You know, they're LED light bulbs.
And if you put them in the middle of the tank, you'll get better light.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the middle of the top? Yeah, you'll get much better.
I ain't worried about it.
How big is he? He about what?
Between 18? 12 to 14. Yeah. I think Justin has a sibling, or he does have a sibling to my fish, but I'm not sure if it's from the same batch or not. His is around 14 inches, so I know they're from really close batches, if not from the same batch. So, I had to jump on this fish.
Yeah,
I had to.
You got him. I almost had him. I'm telling you, I was that close to getting him before I had, something happened in my family. And this is Joe Burke, y'all, up and coming hobbyist, and he really doing it big down here, man. All right, Chef Crew in the wind with Joe Burke. Peace. Say bye to the YouTube community, Joe. Playing with his dope vibe.
All right, YouTube.
Joe Burke, y'all.
Thanks for visiting my fish room. Why Fish Keepers? What a fucking joke that place is, man. What a fucking joke Joey Marlin is, man. What a
I don't even know the cat.
He's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
But everybody follows him, man. Everybody loves that guy, and he's just a fucking retard idiot.
What's his name?
Joey Mullen. He's got a Facebook group called DIY Fish Keepers.
I heard of it, yeah.
They make fun of that group all the time on Go Fish Yourself.
Okay.
I like that group just because people be funny in there.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
I love watching people do a lot of screenshots in there and just
crazy.
Man.
What's the name of it?
Go Fish Yourself.
Okay.
You join me up to that group. Lightning storms and shit. Cloudy weather where it goes.
Yeah, I got one of
bright
them.
and dim.
It's called the 24/7 one I got.
Yeah, but it's got all that, man.
Yeah.
It's got.
All right, we just been hanging out with Joe down here in Dundalk, y'all. And we showcasing all his tanks and he got some big tanks, man. Just went big on us. He just went straight for the muscle, man. He ain't bullshitting. He just went big on everything. I kind of like that. Beautiful umbies right there. What's his name? Brian what?
I have not named this guy yet.
No, I'm talking about who you got the umbies from.
Brian's Fish Tanks.
Brian Fish
Dahlberg.
Tanks. That's where these come from. And
yeah.
These Bob Miters are beautiful, man. I'm telling you, this camera don't do these things no justice.
Now, Brian, he don't have fish for sale all the time, but when he does have fish for sale, you want to jump on him.
Yeah.
You know, every once in a while, he'll pull some fry and raise them out.
Yeah. So that's one love, y'all. All right. Peace.
Thanks for visiting the fish room.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, man.
No problem.
Chef Coop 69 out.